Title: The Shadows That Sleep. A horror suspense story in 15 episodes. Setting: abandoned Pine Hollow train station, deep in a forgotten forest of rural America. Main characters, all American. Ethan Carter, 25, freelance photographer. Rachel Moore, 23, neuroscience student. Lucas Grayson, 27, investigative journalist. Emily Hart, 24, violinist. Detective Hank Monroe, 52, retired homicide detective. Episode 1, The Invitation. Ethan receives an assignment to photograph the long-abandoned Pine Hollow station, rumored to be haunted. He invites his college friends Rachel, Lucas, and Emily for a weekend trip. Upon arrival, they find an old warning carved into the wall. Do not sleep here, or the station will sleep with you. Episode 2, Warning Signs. The group camps inside the main station hall. Emily begins sleepwalking and nearly falls from the broken platform edge. In the morning, she remembers nothing. Shadows flicker in corners even when there's no light. Episode 3, The Platform. Lucas spots strange footprints on the dusty platform, barefoot and heading toward the sealed underground. That night, Ethan hears voices whispering, "Sleep, let go, come down." Episode 4, The Mirror Room. In the lower level, they discover a room with 4 dusty mirrors. Each one reflects them sleeping, but with dark silhouettes standing behind. Rachel says the mirrors are spiritual gateways. They begin suspecting something supernatural is at play. Episode 5, Sleep Files. Detective Hank Monroe appears following old case leads. He reveals that back in 1963, this station was secretly used for illegal sleep experiments. Patients entered deep comas and never woke up. Their bodies disappeared. Episode 6, 3:33 a.m. Each night, precisely at 3:33 a.m., someone experiences terrifying dreams. Ethan wakes up screaming, his hand marked with words burned into the skin. Next, Emily begins mumbling in her sleep. They're inside now? Episode 7, Dreamcatchers. Rachel hangs Native American dream catchers, hoping to trap the dark spirits. That night, one of them breaks. Emily begins violently shaking in her sleep and whispers, "He's here, watching." From under the floor. Episode 8, Sleepwalker's Trap. Emily vanishes during the night. They find her standing motionless in a circle drawn in blood. Her eyes are open, but she doesn't respond. Hank warns that the station feeds off those who sleep inside it. Episode 9, Ethan's Nightmare. Ethan dreams walking alone on the tracks as a train, made of smoke and ash, races toward him. Just before it hits, a hand grabs him from inside his own shadow. He wakes up with bleeding fingernails. Episode 10, The Hidden Room. They break open a locked steel door in the basement. Inside, they find old sleep experiment gear, medical files, and the names of patients, one of them, Emily Hart. But Emily wasn't even born back then. Episode 11, The Sleep Pit. Beneath the room is a massive hole covered in black vines. Hank believes it's a spiritual sinkhole, a place where the dream world and death bleed into each other. Emily begins chanting in her sleep. Sleep is not death. Sleep is forever. Episode 12, The Escape Plan. They decide to flee, but the exits are sealed. Emily, now fully possessed, speaks in a deep male voice. The sleepers will never leave. Join us, sleep. She smashes their supplies and lights a fire to trap them inside. Episode 13, The Sacrifice. Hank fights Emily and holds her down while the others run. As they flee, Hank stays behind. They hear him scream once and then silence. The fire spreads. The shadows dance along the station's burning walls. Episode 14, The Return Train. Outside, just before dawn, a phantom train screeches to a halt at the platform. The doors open. Inside is Emily, calm, smiling, and behind her, rows of sleeping passengers with hollow eyes. She whispers, "We're all awake." Inside the dream. Episode 15, The Last Note. Back in the city, Ethan and Rachel try to forget. But one morning, Ethan wakes up to find a note carved into his bathroom mirror. "Do not sleep. It's your turn now." As the clock hits 3:33 a.m., his eyes begin to close, and a cold shadow slips into his room. Story summary: a suspenseful, terrifying descent into the cursed domain of forgotten experiments, shadowy sleep demons, and the boundary between waking life and eternal slumber. Once you enter Pine Hollow, you don't wake up alone.